everyone, thank you so much for being here. Today's video is actually a super exciting one because it's a new product that just launched at Sephora. I'm sure from the title you guys can already tell it's on the Fenty Beauty. It's the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. It's a super long name, so I had to read it from the bottom. I'm doing a demo in this video so you guys can see how it does apply. I used a beauty blender on one side and I used a kabuki brush on the other side so you guys can see how both of those work and which one I prefer. And I also am breaking out a ton, which I will talk about in the next clip when we start. And you guys will see on what parts of my face I'm breaking out, how it layers on top of that. I'm using a very moisturizing primer with that because I am dry to normal skin. I also am doing a wear test of this foundation so you guys can get a full review of me wearing this all day long. I'll be doing some cleaning and everything like that, so it's not like I'm just going to sit here all day and not touch my face and not do normal day-to-day activities. If you guys are interested on what my thoughts are, then let's just go ahead and jump right in. And while you guys are watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join my YouTube family. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Before I get into the demo, I actually want to talk to you guys about the actual foundation itself. So this is the packaging that it comes in. I'm sure you guys already know that. It's just a black box. And then this is the actual foundation itself. It is a glass bottle, so that is really nice. It looks very luxurious. And then you just take the top off, and it just has a nice pump like this. I love pump foundations. I don't have to shake it out or anything like that, so I love the packaging of this foundation. What it claims is that it's a Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and on the box it says it's medium to full coverage for all, long wear, and light as air. So I'm going to be testing those three things, just see how it wears throughout the day, how long it wears. You guys will see whether I think it's medium or full coverage, and I will let you guys know if it's light as air as well. In this bottle there is 1.08 fluid ounces, which is more than what your average foundation is. This is like your average bottle size. It's my MAC foundation, and this comes with just 1 ounce, and then some other ones like the Japanese comes with 0.8 ounces. So you are getting a little bit more inside of this bottle, and the bottle is $34. So it is kind of the same price range as about MAC, and there are 40 different shades of this foundation, which is so impressive that she came out with that many, and then it's just the first launch. So that's basically all I have to say about the foundation. So if you guys are interested on seeing the demo and my final thoughts, then just keep on watching. I'm going to use a moisturizing primer with this foundation just because it is a matte foundation, so I want to kind of do it up a little bit, make sure that I don't have any dry patches. So I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer with this foundation. So I'm just taking a couple pumps and rubbing it all over my face. So obviously the foundation I'm going in with is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and the color that I got was 210. I'm not sure if it's going to match, so I'm not really going to base it off of the color, just going to base it off of the actual formula and the foundation. The good thing is that I am breaking out in quite a few places. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can see those problem areas that I'm having, and we can actually put this to the test on how it does with breakouts, redness, any dry patches, anything like that. So as you guys can see, all the breakouts are right up over here. I have a couple up right there and on my chin right here. All right, so I'm going to do just 2 pumps on this side, and I'm going to use my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush because this is my favorite foundation brush. This is a pretty thick formula, I'm not gonna lie. I think the color is matching me pretty good in person. It looks kind of pale on the camera right now. I'm sure that I really like the smell of it. It just smells odd to me. I don't think it really smells like any other foundation that I've smelled before. It doesn't smell like paint and it's not super strong, but I definitely just don't like the scent of it. I'm gonna put a little bit more for my forehead. I'm not having any other issues with this foundation except for the fact that my breakouts are still kind of peeking through, but that's like a dead obvious. So I'd say this foundation is more of a medium coverage. I'm hoping I can build it up to more of a full coverage, but so far it definitely is a medium coverage. As you guys can see, my breakouts are right there. And now I have my beauty blender, so I'm going to put 2 pumps on this side and blend this in with the beauty blender. I think I do definitely like the way that the beauty blender applies it better than a brush. I feel like the brush just makes it look really harsh and fake, whereas I feel like the Beauty Blender makes it look really smooth and just really nice. So the breakouts are still peeking through a little bit more, but it definitely looks so much more flawless with the Beauty Blender than it does with the sponge. So I'm going to apply a second layer all over my face using the Beauty Blender only. I think the foundation oxidizes just a little teeny tiny bit because what I'm putting on right now looks a lot paler on top of what I just put on. So I think it does kind of go a little bit darker, but there's not much oxidation. I did in the second layer and this is what it looks like. The only thing I'm not liking so far is it's getting cakey all around right here, so I can't imagine what it would look like if I even put a little bit of concealer right there. It would be like way too much. So if you guys have smile lines, I don't really think this would be a good foundation. I think it might clog up right here and just get really into those smile lines. Luckily, I don't have those, but I can already tell it's getting cakey right there. So far, everywhere else looks good though. So I'm going to apply my concealer and just do the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back so you guys can see just how it looks like all together. So I finished putting on the rest of my makeup, and if you guys are interested on this actual makeup look, I will have that linked down below so you guys can watch that as well. I did that at the same time that I was filming this foundation review. I'm just getting a closer look with the mirror on this eyeshadow palette because I can move it up close to my face. So far the foundation's looking really, really good on my skin, on my cheeks and everything like that, especially where I did have breakouts. It doesn't look terrible. The only thing that I'm noticing right now is that it is still looking really cakey around my mouth right here. I'm not sure if I just put on too much product or what it might have been, but it definitely is getting cakey right around here. I'm just scared for how it's going to look on the creases of my nose. And then on my forehead right here, I do have a little bit of wrinkles because whenever I make this expression, like this wrinkle right here is just very evident. Like you can see it really, really well with this foundation. But so far, overall, it looks pretty good. Definitely not hating it, so that's good. But I'm curious to see how it's going to wear throughout the day and just what it's going to look like. I'm going to check back in about 2 hours so you guys can see some more thoughts. And then I'll probably check in at like the 5-hour mark. And then I'll check in at the end of the day at like the 10-hour mark. So I'll see you guys in about 2 hours. So it's been about 2.5 hours since I stopped filming, and I've been wearing the foundation. I've been editing. I've just been sitting here at my computer editing all day, and I've been in and out letting the dogs out. So far the foundation looks pretty flawless still. I'm not having any issues with it. The only problem is that I was telling you guys was the cakiness right here, but it doesn't look too bad right where I have my breakouts. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. So this is obviously up close and personal, but as you guys can see, this is where all of my texture is, and it doesn't look, you know, abnormally bad or anything compared to like what other foundations can sometimes do to breakouts. I obviously changed my lip because I didn't want to wear a dark lip when I'm just like hanging out inside, so I just put on something nude. And then me and Christian are probably gonna go watch a movie in, I think, 2 hours. So far, the foundation's looking really, really good. I like it so far, no complaints. So I'm gonna check back in about 2.5 more hours, and that'll be the 5-hour mark right before I go into the movies. We're gonna eat some Chipotle before that. So I will see you guys in the next check-in. This is about hour 5 or 6 of wearing the foundation. So honestly, after eating, it still looks really, really good. I don't have any complaints, and I'm still really loving it. And here's Christian. How do you think my foundation looks, babe?
Looks wonderful.
Thanks, Riri. So this is hour 10 of the foundation being on, and I'm still really, really liking how it looks. I'm only getting a little bit of like dry spot cleaning right here. And then all of my breakouts, you can obviously still see they're like fading off a little bit right there, but that's okay because it's hour 10, so I don't really expect it to stay on that long, well, at least on my breakouts. But everywhere else, my skin looks absolutely flawless still, which is so surprising. I'm not getting any oil peeking through, so it definitely did stay matte all day long. So that is it, and my final review is that the foundation, it turned out absolutely amazing for 10 hours. I don't know how it would do for 12 hours, but most of the time I'm just wearing it for 10 hours. So I think it's doing a pretty good job. I like it. I'm gonna keep using it, and I'll update you guys some more like throughout the couple weeks that I use it. But today, so far with this wear test, it did absolutely amazing. So go you, Rihanna, for doing this. And thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!